good, King. I'm good. And you?
Man, I'm supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, man. I'm so happy you're doing this. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. It's there for you, Mike.
Thank you. I know you're doing it for me. I love it. I appreciate the favor. It's so much I want to talk to you about. I'm going to squeeze it in. This little time we have. I'm watching Lovecraft Country. I'm watching it. I'm trying to follow it. And I'm loving how many different storylines. I'm not quite sure what it is they're trying to do. It seems like it's a journey. So every week they're traveling. The map is very important in this, And then what blows me away is you guys have something spectacular, but it only be in one scene. Like the monster that bit people in half. I ain't seen them no more. I'm wondering, are they coming back, or do we have to go back to that particular place? Because it's always a journey that's rolling out, and it's a family. Sure. So did you study anything about that guy Lovecraft himself and who he was, the writer?
Not too much. H.P. Lovecraft. I didn't study him. I did read the book that was written by Matt Walsh, which is called the Lovecraft Country. But what I do know of H.P. Lovecraft is he was the first science fiction writer, the American science fiction writer, and he was a bit ignorant, I guess, for lack of a better word, and turned to his ignorance and his I guess hatred and racism, and he turns it into a piece of art, something that we were able to dive into now, and to tell this narrative about this black family navigating through Jim Crow era. What a time to have this as a piece of art to hold up to ourselves as a nation and take a look at how we got here. You know what I mean?
I just think it's awesome that he was a deep racist. He was serious about being racist, yet y'all took the story and talked about a black story. And this white racist is the one who, he wouldn't have had nothing to do with us. So for
Thank
you
God for art.
Huh?
Thank God for art. Thank God for art. You know what I mean? Because he was blessed with the gift of writing, and he was able to turn his ignorance into something beautiful, a piece of art. Because this is who we are. You know what I mean? Racism and that type of hatred is unfortunately what this country, this nation is built on. So again, to have this as a piece of art that we can hold up as a mirror to us as a nation to look at, just to get a glimpse of some of the unresolved things that happened in our history that led us to the point that we're at today. Like all this stuff we see today, this racial unrest, it didn't just come out of nowhere, out of thin air. It was something that's been here for a long time. It's due time we deal with it.
So you have had amazing parts. How do you choose your parts? How do you decide which one you're going to do? Is it just the character, or does it have to be the story as well that moves you? What is your decision? Or is the money? What's the story? What decide?
Well, first and foremost, I'm a sucker for good writing. I don't care who's on the cast. I don't care how much money a studio throws at a particular project. I believe if it's not on the paper, it's not going to be on the screen. So good writing is always number one with me. But the reality of the fact is, I know it appears like I'm picking these roles. These roles are actually choosing me. These characters are choosing me. I believe with every one of these roles that's given to me, I'm given the opportunity to, one, be a voice for the voiceless, because I don't get to assimilate as anything else. I am an unapologetically black man living in America.
Right.
And I come with all that experiences, some of my own and some of my generations before me. So I get to bring those narratives to life. That's a responsibility. And too, I get to heal. I get to find out things about myself through these very complex men that I've been given the opportunity to play. I get to learn a little bit about myself and how I operate. So they're all blessings in my book.
So what was your process of getting Omar? You got it on the first audition. So you just read and walk in there and just say the words and you feel it. And I mean, how do you go up? Because I'm a struggling actor myself. So I'm not asking you for my audience. I'm really asking you for me. What do you do?
I look for ways to connect with the experience of what that character is going through. That's number one.
Okay.
I always look for images and glimpses of myself, things that I saw in my community. With Omar, what I saw in myself was his vulnerability,
Okay.
his sensitiveness. Things that that's how I found I was able to connect with him on that level. This man, he loved deeply. He didn't care about certain things that we put so much praise on in our community, like fancy cars and fancy clothes and jewelry,
right?
Things of that nature. This was a dude that didn't care about any of those things, but he loved who he loved, and he had a moral compass that you could set your watch by. And I understood with that. I understood those characteristics of him, and it was easy for me to step into who he was by finding the fact that what made him volatile was the fact that he was so vulnerable, so sensitive.
Okay. So in this part, at this time in your career, though, you don't get like a scene. They don't send you no scenes. They send you the whole script. So you get to read it first and decide whether it's something you want to do.
No, that's not always the case. Sometimes I'm given mock scenes. I was given a mock scene for Assassin's Creed. I was given mock scenes for Ghostbusters. I was given mock scenes for Star Wars, the Han Solo project that no one knows I was in because my scenes got edited out. They got recasted. It's for political reasons, nothing to do with myself.
Right. But you got to keep the money.
I don't always get the script, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay.
That's not always the case. You got to, studios are very protective over their storylines, and
And you have this like this super big agent. I mean, you have a major agent that gets you into major stuff, or is it just the body of work you have makes them come to you and knock on the door?
Well, yeah. Well, that's two-sided question. One is, yes, I do have a high-powered agent.
Okay.
However, I've come in my 20 years in this business, I come to find out that it's not the name of the agent, but how they feel, how they make you feel. We forget oftentimes that these positions, people that we get to fill these positions, we're hiring them. In a sense, they technically work for us. And so it is important that when we look for agents and managers and things of that nature, that we feel that they truly value us and that they see the vision in which we want to take our career. I came in clear on what it was that I wanted to do very early on. And I knew I was blessed to know what my vehicle was. I was blessed to know I was okay with my hood roles from day one. I never had an issue with the whole typecast or any of that issue. I was proud to portray my community in any possible way that I can. So I made sure that the people that were on my team reflected that that is the same, that they have the same standard for the type of resume and body of work that we together we're going to build out.
So what have you had? Because I've run into a lot of times representatives who are under the impression that I work for them. You know what I'm saying? So they speak to me in such a way like, no, this is the way you do it, as opposed to saying, do you want to do this, or how you feel about this? And I mean, I have representatives I get rid of because they didn't really understand that I know what I want my direction to be. And so I need them to then stand with me. Have you had any representatives you're like, no, this ain't meshing, y'all going about y'all way, I'm gonna go about mine, or you've been lucky to just have good folks?
Yeah, I've had points in my career where I parted ways with people that I've worked with. I've had situations where I've gone back to the same people. I mean, just true talk. It's just got to feel right. It's got to feel right to me. It's got to feel right to you. It is a partnership, but in this partnership, remember, it's your brand that's on the line. It's my brand. I built this, And I always try to remember without being cocky, because once
Right.
we hire people, we have to also seek counsel from them as well too.
Mm-hmm.
However, I also I never let myself forget that whatever it took for me to get their attention,
Mm-hmm.
it's what it's going to take for me to keep their attention. So
Right.
like whatever I did, whatever I was doing to get myself in this room, to get me to the table, to even consider being considered, having you work for me,
Uh-huh.
I can't lose sight of that. Like I have to always make sure that I'm cranking that wheel for myself, and it's so because it's at the end of the day that it's my brand that we're selling. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly. So the character of Chalky White, was that written for a black guy originally?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
And did they have you in mind, or they just needed a black character to play that gangster?
No, I had to audition for that. I think one of the executive producers, the big homie man, Tim Van Patten,
Mm-hmm.
I believe he told me that he definitely had a eye out for me for the role. We had a relationship from The Wire, so he definitely had an eye out for me. But I had to audition. I was actually out of the country. I was in Africa, and my agent told me about this part. I read for it, put myself on tape, actually sent it in, and they hired me.
Wow. So is he related to Dick Van Patten?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I know
And
who
by
that
the way,
was.
that was another mock scene. I wasn't given the pilot script for the I wasn't even given the real script. I was given a mock audition, something that's not real. They made it up, and I didn't find that his name was Chalky White until I had been given the job.
Oh, wow. And as dark as you are to be Chalky White, I'm loving that. You know? So let me ask
It
you
really
this.
wasn't Chalky White though. Chalky White was a black man. He was actually a boxer. I believe he lived in the 1920s, and he was from California.
Oh, it's a real guy.
Yeah, I don't know if he was a gangster in on the north side of Atlanta, Atlantic City. Excuse me. Yeah, I believe he was a boxer, and he was from California, but he was a brother. Yeah.
So I get these auditions, like they say I'm out of town, and they say put it on tape. So I'm out of town, and it's just me and my phone. So how do you do yours when you're out of town? You prop your phone up, or do you have people who hold it for you and read lines with
I
you
had
and all that?
somebody. Yeah, I like to snatch with some people, and create a production because you only get one shot to make a good impression. So yeah, I usually I could be a little persuasive if I need something. I said we snatch some people up.
Right.
Hold this camera. Let's just read this part right here. You know what I mean?
Okay. Wow.
I get a team and we make it. Make it a production.
And you do make sure that you're off page for the audition, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you don't try to hold it and read it.
No.
That is sure that.
That's not for me. I got to be in it. I can't have one foot out, and me holding paper that's having a foot out. For me, I got to be all the way in.
I like that, and that's the only way I'm going to do it in the future. There's been times when I've held the paper, but I'm not doing that anymore.
I'm not good at reading like that. There's something about it breaks the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Breaks the fourth wall.
It does break the fourth wall. So with Lovecraft Country, now I'm getting into this. I'm really enjoying it because I've never gone on a ride like this. I don't know. I don't never know where it's going next. It's like so many surprises. But in fact, in that, you could turn white. I mean, in this thing, you don't know what's going to happen. Are you through with the whole series, or you just through with the season?
What do you mean? No, we got 2 more episodes left.
So it's 2 more episodes, so it's still going.
Yeah, there's 10 altogether, and this Sunday coming up will be number 9.
Okay, and so do you know what happens up to the end?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you do know. Okay, all right. How do you audition for that? What was the audition in this process?
I was on my way to LA to test with Jonathan, and when I got to LA, they decided to offer me the role.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's always good when you get offered the role, brother.
I mean, I do what I got to do. I'm not afraid of the audition process. In fact, I enjoy it. It gives you a chance to get in the room and let people feel your energy, and you get to show them what you do. Because I never take nothing for granted. If you offer me the role, great. If I have to, if the role is worth reading for, I mean, if it's something where you could like, now come on, buddy, now you have seen, I done did that before. You know what I mean? But for something like Lovecraft, I don't know. You know what I mean? I didn't mind auditioning, but yeah, I was on my way to go test, and when I got to Cali, they had just started to make me the offer. So
I love that, brother. What's your favorite part you've done so far?
I mean, that's a loaded question.
How's it loaded? Because you've had so many great
all
parts.
My characters mean so much. Now they all mean something to me, man. That they're all special. They all come from a special place. And for me, you know what I mean, from inside of me. So they different faces. I don't tend to. I don't really have a. But like I said, that's a loaded question. But the short answer is, I would say The Road.
What?
The Road. ROAD is this film I did with Morgan, with Viggo Mortensen. Excuse me.
Oh, Viggo Mortensen.
It was I forget the author's name. I'm getting old right now. He's a phenomenal writer. And he wrote a bunch of books. He wrote No Country for Old Men.
Oh, I love that.
Three Horses. He wrote The Road. McCarthy. McCormick McCarthy, I believe his name is. Amazing. That was one of my my most favorite roles.
Can I find it somewhere? Is it still out there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you the movie The Road.
And what did you play in it?
It's apocalyptic. There was hardly any words. It's an apocalyptic film, and you don't know what happened, but some shit went down.
Okay.
And, it's a very realistic look at what if this shit really happened. This is how it could actually be. And so there's not a lot of words. It's just one of those moments. It's creepy. But I remember that's one of the most vulnerable moments I've had on film.
Really?
Yeah.
And I've watched you. You've had some vulnerable moments. So if that one is the most vulnerable, I gotta see it. And I gotta see how you handle that vulnerability. You started out as a dancer, choreographer?
Yes, sir.
So what made you know that you were an actor? Were you acting in the dancing and you was like,
It was music videos. Started, after I got cut in my face, I started being asked to play these little vignettes in, various music videos, and I kind of got the light bulb that, man, what if I could get words to go with this?
right?
How to parlay this into something else, and being a city kid, running around New York, I got really blessed to get introduced to the off-Broadway world community in New York City. Like, one of the first plays I ever did was the La Mama Theater down the Lower East Side. And I went to National Black Theater up in Harlem. Yeah, I mean, I got with this another theater company called Theater for a New Generation. My big brother Mel Williams from Philadelphia. Shout out to Philly. He came to New York and he set up this company, man. And so that was just the progression. That was the natural progression for me. But from dancing, of course you want to get the music videos, you know what I mean? And in the music videos, they stopped asking me to dance and started asking me more to just play these just be visual. Play the guy shaking the dice, play the love interest, play the this, play the that, and
Now, was this after you got your scar, after your 25th birthday?
After. It was after, yeah.
Okay, all right. So you was a little over 25.
Yes, sir.
And you have the look now. So you look like you might be like gangster, but you say you never was a gangster.
No, sir.
No? So, but I play one on television.
Yeah, and I know a few too.
You know a few.
Right,
Let me go in this box because there are a bunch of folks who have questions. I'm not going to keep you much longer.
I'm going to have to jump real soon.
I got like 3 more minutes. I'm going to let you go. 3 minutes. I'm going to let you get out. Okay. Right. Somebody said, how tall are you? That's easy.
5'11". And
how was being in Nigeria?
I've never been to Nigeria. Shout out to Lagos.
All right.
I haven't been to Nigeria yet, but it's coming.
It says, were you a real gangster? You already said no. Is there an actor or actress you'd like to do a movie with that you haven't done it with yet?
Man, I gotta get on. I gotta share the frame with Lupita, man. Lupita, young girl. My little sis, man. We gotta do something together, bro. I mean, she likes my heart. Her, Taraji P. Henson. I can't wait to work with Regina King.
I love Regina King.
You know, please, really. I mean, come on. But I think I could die to go to heaven. I get a chance to work with Nia Long, man.
With Nia Long?
Yeah, I love her, bro.
Wow.
I got to work with Sanaa Lathan. I could check that one off. That's my homie for life. Gabrielle Union, we got to work together. We didn't get seen work together the way Sanaa and I did, but she and I worked on the same project. I love
sweet.
My sisters. Yeah, and brilliant, bro. She's
nice. Brilliant. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Well,
got to work with crazy ass Tasha. You know,
with Tasha Smith?
Tasha Smith and I, we got to do something.
That's my teacher.
Again.
Oh, you was in my class once when she was teaching me.
Yes,
remember, you came to our class.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's my teacher, Tasha Smith. She's crazy. She's good.
Yes, she is. Yes, she's good, bro. She's real good.
Well, sir, I am honored. I really appreciate that you took time. Well, you know, you my friend.
Bro.
So
and
I
if
really
anybody's
appreciate
listening, man, I would really appreciate it. Everybody went to Crew Count NYC. We're not trying to. We are in the community, man, in Brooklyn. But you can take this program around the country. But it's time to activate our youth, get them interested in and get them understanding how important it is to vote on a local level, not just the presidency, not just the elective officials coming up right now, but all through the mayors, the
community.
We got to stay
on a local level,
engaged on a local level. So
how do you get to that?
If you go to my Instagram page, you'll see it right there. Crew Count New York. We got our own Instagram page.
Do you have a minute to mention what Making Kids Win is?
It's a foundation that my nephew and I started. Dominic DuPont, my nephew and I, we started together. Mm-hmm. And basically, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. What we're doing is we are getting in the community and finding out who are already boots on ground doing the work, and we are throwing our support and our resources and our platform behind them. And one of the people that we work very closely with in this regards is a young lady from New York City by the name of Dana Racklin. She has an organization, her nonprofit is called NYC Together. And that's what we out here doing, man. We just activating our communities. We are taking back our city blocks. You know what I mean? And we building love and unity, building love and unity.
Well, I love you. I appreciate you. I love the article came out on you this month in October in Esquire. At Esquire, it's off the chain. I got a chance to learn a little bit more about you and your integrity and how you stand in doing this work. And that you're a real guy. You're not just an actor. You're a person. And we appreciate you coming back, man. I know we didn't get you last week, but you showed up. So you have integrity in my book, and I appreciate you for life.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, brother.
God bless you.
I appreciate that, but God bless you too, bro. Stay safe.
Thank you. And everybody, I need you to watch Lovecraft Country. It is no joke. Thank you, King. God bless you real good.
God bless you too, man.
All right. See you. One. All right. Hey, man, that dude was great. That was great. All right. Wow. One down, one to go. I love that brother, though, man. I mean, when he's acting, it's serious. It ain't no joke. And I love what he's doing. But look out. Now, look out. He is a giant. He's a genius. And I watch his work, and I'm studying him. When I watch him, I feel like